Lord is my shepherd, and I shall not want. He maketh me to lie down in green pastures. He leadeth me beside the still waters. He restoreth my soul, and he leadeth me into the path of righteousness for his name's sake. Yea, though I walk through the valley in the shadow of death, I will fear no evil, for thou art with me. Thy rod and thy staff, they comfort me. Thou preparest the table before me in the presence of mine enemies. Thou anointest my head with oil, my cup runneth over. Surely goodness and mercy shall follow me all the days of my life, and I shall dwell in the house of the Lord forever and ever and ever. Forever and ever. In the house of my Lord, my King, my Master, I will dwell forever. And I will dwell in the house of the Lord forever. And I will dwell in the house of the Lord forever. And I will dwell in the house of the Lord forever. And I will dwell in the house of the Lord forever. 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 All praises to our Elohim. All praises to the Most High. All praises to our earthly and heavenly mother, the Ruach HaKodesh, the dove. All praises to our brother, Yahweh Shai, our Elohim. All praises to our celestial, our ancestors. All praises to our people, our lands, our kingdom to come. All praises to our Elohim, the Elohim of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. So tonight, as we come before the nation again, I want to say that we're speaking to our people now. It's changed. We no longer care, as we have not for some time, about the other people's pain. They never cared about ours. Then it be only fair that we do not care about theirs. All praises to the Most High. So the story, the proof, the prophecies, predestination, not free will. You don't have free will to do what you want to do. You didn't create yourself. You were predestined to do what it was that the Most High chose for you to do, whether it be on the left-hand side or the right-hand side. Now, he gave us the opportunity to have desire. Desire, which is a powerful force that can be positive, longing for the Most High, his righteousness, or spiritual gifts, or negative, selfishness, sinfulness, lust of the flesh. See, it is viewed as a natural human trait, but one that should be subjected to God's will, the Most High's will, and aligned with his purpose, proper. The Most High centered desire brings fulfillment, while selfish, misplaced desire leads to idolatry or destruction. Let me say the last part again. Proper, Elohim-centered desire brings fulfillment, the truth, comfort, love, while selfish, misplaced desire leads to idolatry or destruction. Why Jesus? False prophecies, false people, parting of lands. So when we talk about the story, we have to first have this understanding, because we desire something. We desire our kingdom. We desire our heritage. We desire what it is that we are supposed to have. Since this whole time, we have desired what the heathens had. We desired the cars. We desired the house. We desired the wives. We desired the children. We desired the company, the work, the millions. But now we don't want that. And the desire has changed, has shifted to that of a longing for righteousness and spiritual gifts from our Elohim. Not in the negative or selfishness of the heathen's lust of their flesh, bringing forth idolatry and destruction, which we see today. Oh, I got to go fight Iran. Yeah, because you're in idolatry, because Jeba said you could. You can. I can do it. And you're going to go over there in your idolatry, and guess what? Voila, be destroyed. Because why? That's the story. All right, let's get to it. The difference between a story because we got to define these things, and a narrative lies primarily in the distinction between the raw events themselves, the story, the raw events themselves. What happened all the way around, the totality of what happened, and how those events are structured, told, and interpreted is the narrative. So when we were not able to tell our story, what happened? The heathen decided they were going to structure our story, they were going to tell it, and they were going to interpret it. They're going to translate it, transliterate it. A story is generally understood as the chronological sequence of events. So we're bringing chronological sequence of events. What is the story? There is a story of all scriptures. It's just not, oh, well, you know what? Jebus died and gave me the ability to sin and sin and sin again. It doesn't matter. Jebus going to come. I want Jebus to come because he's going to come and bring me up as a rapture. That's not the story, son. That's not the story. That is an poorly extrapolated interpretation of a translated transliteration. It is poor because that's not the story. The story is a chronological sequence of events. Always has been, always will be, always shall be. So, while a narrative is the mediated, the interpolated, extrapolated presentation of that story, often highlighting specific perspectives, causality, and meaning. Don't worry about what that says. It's what I tell you what it means. Oh, this is from my perspective. Whose perspective? The Christian perspective. Who? The European Christian. Who? The Indo, the Khazarian, Germanic, Indo-European. His perspective. I will make the name of Yasharallah be no more in existence. That means that the perspective of the story has changed. Has changed. They can say, oh, the causality is Jebus of the whites who died for you so you can sin and sin again. Because guess what? If you believe in me, I'll let you have what? Free will. I'll give you the free will. Who? The Pope. Who? The pastor. Who? The white, European, Khazarian, Germanic, Indo-European. He will give you the ability to have free will, but not at a cost. I mean, not without a cost. But he'll kick that can all the way down the road until it's time for you to give up what you sold, which was your soul. Why? Because you took on his perspective, his narrative. So what's the narrative? What's the story, rather? Let's go with the story. The story is Jacob is recognized in the Bible as a son of promise because he was chosen by the Most High to carry on the divine covenant first established with his grandfather Abraham and passed to his father Isaac, ensuring the multiplication of their descendants and the inheritance of what? The promised land. The what? Promised land. The what? Promised land. So, but wait, I thought it was about Jebus dying so I could sin and sin again, sin, sin. All the way to now, which is the end of the heathen's dynasty or narrative. Right? So if Jacob is the story of the promise, the promised, if Jacob is the son of promise, and ultimately that promise is to inherit the promised land, what are these people over there fighting for? What are these heathens talking about? What does a Christian have to do with me? They're not even part of my story. Oh, well, Abraham, all of Abraham, the whole earth was blessed because of Abraham. You're right. You were blessed. You got salvation. You got the land. You got the rulership. You got the dainties. You got the cars, the wives. You had the money. You had it at our cost, at our fall. Because the story is the birth, the temptation, the fall, and then the rise of Yasharel. That's the story. The narrative is what they created based on their perspective. Because we inherit, again, watch this, we inherit the promised land. Jacob's descendants inherit the promised land. What does the heathens inherit? They tell you, Jeremiah 16:19, we have inherited lies. So duality, two different scenarios to a story versus a narrative going on all the way to the end. So this is the story. Scripture primarily focuses on the covenantal lineage from Shem through Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob to trace the lineage of Yahweh. Scripture primarily focuses on the covenantal lineage from Shem through Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob to trace the lineage of our Messiah, Yahweh. That's the story. That's the story. So let's talk about Seth real quick. Because this is the story. This is who the story is all about. It's not about the whites and their Gentile logic of white Paul, who says that you can do whatever you want to do with your free will and all. No, this has nothing to do with them. This has everything to do with us. That's why they're all trying to be like us and then go over and fight who? Iran? No. They're going over to test their weapons where they know they're going to have to turn their weapons, because this is the story, onto our brother who our father has sent back, whilst our mother comforts her people, their people. That's the story. And when they do that thing that they do at the end, they will not be singing the same song that they singing now. They will be in pain, shock, disarray, dismay, all because they have lied and lied and lied even to this day. They created a false narrative, fake if you will, to allow everybody to be led astray thinking they have free will. And they don't. They have been predestined. Everybody has. All these immigrants that's coming over here, these Africans, whomever, and whatever immigrant, they coming over here now. If they're here now, they're going to have to do what? They're going to have to bleed for the Constitution. That's what they're going to have to do. And they look at us. Oh, well, you niggas need to go out there and fight. For what? We've been fighting. We're at rest. Now you got to fight our Father at our behest. So don't look at us and don't cry me a river. Get out there while you still got some quiver so that I can deliver your destruction. All praise to the Most High. So let's get back to Seth. Seth, the third son of Adam and Eve, replacing Abel, as we know. This is the story. Noah, 10 generations from Adam via Seth, sure, survivor of the flood, right? Shem, Noah, son of Noah, through whom the Abrahamic line continues. Abraham, father of the faithful, son of Terah. Isaac, son of promise. Jacob, son of the promised land. And Israel, father of the 12 tribes. That's including Dan. Dan's not a 13th. But nevertheless, this is the story. It's all about a righteous bloodline. The heathens, oh, well, again, Abraham will be blessed. You were blessed. You got everything. You even had salvation at our fall. Now it's over for you all. Now you can't get up. You've fallen and you can't get up. You've fallen and you can't get up. And that's not our problem, because you manipulated the narrative. You told lies to your people. The Most High, the Spirit of truth, the Ruach HaKodesh, has brought us back to remembrance. And now that we have an understanding that we can read for our perspective, for our story, because everybody wants to do away with the story. Scoff, mock. None of that matters. It's all about Jebus of the Whites. He said that, we can have all the things that we want and even go to heaven. Where does he say that? It doesn't matter. It's alluded to. That's what my pastor said. That's what my grandmammy said. Okay. Oh, there's going to be two, Jesus is going to come back twice. He's going to come back and rapture us up, and then they're going to go fight in Armageddon, and then he's going to come back and destroy those that are fighting against him. Where's that? I don't know. It's alluded to. My pastor told me that. My grandmammy, my grandpappy. Well, that's not the story. That's the narrative. That is a false narrative. And now that we understand our story, what's up next? The proof. Brother Sly.
Yes, sir. Shalom, Mark. Shalom.
Shalom, Mark. All praise to the Most High.
All
Baruch Hashem.
Most High, Baruch Hashem. The proof. The proof is not just in what they consider canon. The proof is in the history. The proof is in the fourth part, the artifacts, the structures, the writings, the songs, our ancestors' words. Oh, the proof. There's so much proof.
So much
proof. And that's why prophecy states that they have to admit that they've inherited lies.
Mm-hmm.
That's something that's passed down.
Mm-hmm.
We know the truth. We know that we were here. We know that the Northern Kingdom was here. I mean, a lot of us, we've been doing this for over a decade. I'm like, can we rest our case? Like, how much proof do we have to put forth?
Mm-hmm.
There's really nothing else to say. They know who we are,
mm-hmm.
but yet they choose to follow the abominable church and the heathen narrative, not story.
Mm-hmm.
See, they thought they would get glory from following the narrative. No, you get glory from following the story.
That's right.
That's why they're all confused. I actually, exactly. I actually saw somebody push a rapture video earlier today. I'm like, really? Are we at this again?
Mm-hmm.
Refuse to acknowledge the story and the proof.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Who fits the prophecies?
Mm-hmm.
In all of the books.
All of them.
All of them, not just the Bible, all of the books. Who in the latter days has wisdom to put together the story with the proof in the latter days?
Mm-hmm.
Who was destined to understand the prophecies and understand the proof to solidify the story in the latter days?
Mm-hmm.
One group of people.
Yep.
We still have professing Israelites still claiming that, well, these aren't the lands. If you believe these are the lands, then you're reading the Bible wrong. Well, did you ever consider that maybe you're reading the Bible wrong?
Mm-hmm.
Like
they never considered that out.
they don't have wise counsel.
Mm-hmm. Exactly. Exactly.
This is
Exactly. The
this
wise
picture,
counsel.
this picture is so big on so many levels, even those not professing to be Israelites, like those, let's say on social media. I've spoken to a few of them people,
Mm-hmm.
and they will say, we were Indians, we were here first, this and that. Everyone, and this is a fact that I've told that they was an Israelite, they did not scoff. A lot of them said, I already know that, man.
Mm-hmm.
They're not speaking on it, but a lot of them know. But I've never had one of them scoff at me ever.
Mm-hmm.
The
Yep.
proof. They're also the ones bringing out the proof that we were already here,
Mm-hmm.
which in turn links up to the prophecies and the story.
Yep.
And once again, the predestination, it goes full circle.
Yep.
So there's no free will.
Mm-mm.
Everything was mapped out from the beginning to the end.
Right.
When I hear anyone say they believe in free will, I hear idolatry.
Mm-hmm.
So you supersede the Most High. Well, the Most High gave you free will. He gave me free will, but they can't prove it.
Mm-mm. Nope. And that's the thing. How can they prove something that would expose them to idolatry? So if I have to have free will to prove that Yasharel is Yasharel, you have to be understanding prophecy as it relates to history. Then you can understand that if it was already written, then you can look at today's events and see it play out. There's the proof. See, a lot of people are unable to prove who they are. They want us to prove who we are, but they can't even prove who they are. You got all different factions or sects of camps that that are just like denominations of a church who can't really prove who they are. Why? Because they're saying all of them are it's absolutism. All of them are Judah. All of them got some Levi or a Jewish or whatever. It's an all or nothing. We're saying, hey, by the fact of the trouble that we've gone through the fact of the history that we've seen and gone through, by the fact of all of the bloodshed, and we're still here, is proof who we are. The proof is us showing the world that in spite of their madness, we rise. We still have common sense, which allows us to have wisdom, which allows us to put the story together to be the empirical data, which A is the proof. The empirical data, that's where they get their generational trauma from. Ish does. Oh, well, back in 1948, I'm still having PTSD from that. You weren't even alive. Oh, but it doesn't matter. I need 4 billion every day. Okay, well, shoot. Well, I'll double down. Well, back in 1492, you white folks came over here and did that to my people too. Nah, 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 nah. That's too far back. Why? Because they don't want to prove who we are. They want proof to stay. They want the narrative of proof to stay where they are. Now, Ish got their own problems and their own conniptions. The heathens, Christians, are now finding themselves having their own. And at the end, it was said, "Oh, well, you will be brought back to remembrance." Hey, how you doing? We're Yasharel. Oh, you ain't Yasharel. Okay. Well, you'll be brought back to remembrance. The shame will cover. A lot of these people, look at them. They're in shame they have shame for their people, their government, going over to kill some people, babies, children, boys and girls, and then scoff and mock after they spilt this blood like it wasn't nothing. But guess what? They've been doing it. They did it to us like it was nothing. And so the prophecies, the prophecies and the proof stays with the actions of the people. So the proof is, hey, these heathens who believe in white Jesus has been killing, stealing, and robbing from and raping people since they came on the scene, blam, on the scene. So they certainly can't be Yasharel. And Ish is in league, lockstep with them, doing the same thing that they're doing. So they certainly, without a shadow of a doubt, could be the righteous people. And then you got Revelation 2:9 and 3:9. Those who say they are but are not. It's not just Ish, but they're the main players in it. But it's the whole world, the entire Psalms 83, who said that they are you and me, whom says, oh, well, you know what? I'm Jacob. I don't know, I'm Jacob. Will the real Jacob stand up? Well, damn, now we standing up, and guess what? The whole world wants more proof. Okay, well, you know what? Let's take you down to the Valley of Jehoshaphat. Let's bring you there so you can fight against each other in your holy war, your unholy war, and then you're going to turn on Yahweh Shai and get destroyed. That's also what was written. There's your proof. Sai?
Oh, just give me 1 second. Yeah, that Revelation 2:9-3:9. Yeah, we've been taught that from a one-sided perspective.
Yep, one-sided.
Yeah, and I blame that on that chart.
Yeah.
Inviting enemies into our midst.
Yeah, and we were, and see, Ish got to go over there and fight. Everybody got to fight right now because this is the season for them. They're in the season of fight because that was their desire.
Mm-hmm.
That was their desire. Their desire, they've always desired a heathen, pagan, whatever you want to call it, Greek, Roman, let's just call it what it is. A Japhite loves war. Then they hide in the tents of Shem.
Mm-hmm.
So that they can be enlarged at the end. So the whole world is Japhite, some Ham, and some Shem. But Shem is at rest, is at peace, because everybody has been fighting to be like him. And now they get to desire, they get what they desire. They will get their reward they desired. I'll go back to it real quick. They desired in the negative. Why? Because it was envy. They were to bring us to jealousy. They did that. But in doing so, they became envious. So they desired who we were. And the whole world was like, these people can do everything. You can kill them, you can rape them, you can burn them, you can eat them, you can you can use them as clothing. It don't matter. They keep coming. Oh, that's right, because they're the people of the book. But don't tell them that. What? They're the people of the book? Yes. How many books? All the books. So now what? The proof is who's doing what at the end. Who's with who at the end. If you think that the whole world, if you think that the so-called Indian is native here over a land bridge of 20-some thousand years, but nothing of the architect or the archaeology or anthropology shows who they are, proves that they are them, you are an idolater. If you believe that Africa came over here and made themselves as the Olmecs and then left and went back over there and didn't build nothing else, you are an idolater. If you believe that Africa, that the European brought these Africans over here in 1492, beginning thereof, when the European, didn't colonize them until 1885, you are an idolater. You think that you may have free will, but you are an idolater. That is you being set up, being led astray. That is written. So what is being written proves who is who here at the end. Because once you realize the story, oh, well, shoot, it's not about Jesus. It's not about Armageddon. It's about the rise at the end of Yasharel. Well, it would only make sense, common sense, reason, and logic, to find out who those people are. And that's written. Go ahead, Ock. Did you find it?
Actually, I was still dwelling on Revelation 2 now, my brother.
Okay. Well, let's talk about it. Keep it going.
I know that I'm about to read it. Now, we've read this hundreds of times. It clearly states, now this is Yahweh Shah speaking. This is red letter. I know thy works and tribulation and poverty, but thou art rich. Now he's referring to his people.
That's right.
Not everyone. Now let's take a look at the next line closely. I know the blasphemy of them. Now that is a collective. You have a group of people who would be blaspheming. Say they are Jews. Well, who claims they are the Jews? It's not just the Jews claiming it. It's everyone claiming they are Jews. And they are not, but they are the synagogue of Satan. And Christianity is the biggest proponent of them being the people when they clearly are not. So Yahweh Shah warned us that this would happen. And Brother Moriel and myself, we had this conversation. I'm not sure if it was a few days ago or a couple days ago. Notice how these Christians, they rarely mention Yahweh Shah being an Israelite. It's always white Jesus Christian. Mention what tribe he was from.
Nope.
They never mention his people. That's how we can see that the curses affected all of us. They even cut him off from being a nation. They hid his name, they hid his image, they hid his lineage, and they persecuted his people.
Yep.
That was prophecy. That's why they had to give everybody the Cesare Borgia character.
Yep.
We all fell under the curses, and the return will be, once again, right now, we're in the blessings. All of these nations gathering together. They said that they were the people, that them people over there were the people, even though they only associate themselves with how many tribes? What, 2? What, Judah and Levi?
Yep.
And we always ask them, where's the northern kingdom? And what do we get? Crickets. They get to explaining. So now 83 needs to put their money where their mouth is. The blasphemy of them would say they are Jews. So stand on your blasphemy. Stand 10 toes down on it.
Yep.
At least that blasphemy is forgivable. Stand 10 toes down on it.
Yep.
And now
That's
they
right.
fight. And we've been telling them for like a decade strong who we are. And they scoffed and they mocked and the Most High is calling their bluff. Okay, if you really believe they're the people, go fight for them.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, go shed blood for them.
Yep, that's the whole thing. If you're trying to maintain your idolatry, you have to go all the way. There is no halfways. What's that song? There's no halfway crooks. There's no halfways no more. It either is or is not. Now, before we get going, we'll go any further. I want to, because who is this? Do unto others as you would, right? You said, come on, guys. Now, I saw the other comment that you made, but you said here, come on, guys, what are we fighting about here? First of all, we're not fighting anything. Again, the first part of my soliloquy was, this is speaking to my people. This isn't speaking to everybody, not even a stranger. This is speaking to the remnant within the remnant, those that the Father is bringing towards his people. All right, so there's no fighting here. Most of the people have been going through a lot. But my people been going through a whole hell of a lot. And it ain't stopped up until recently. So I take your king, check. I'm seeing possibly 2 tribes, and the question is, who's the Judah? Therein is the dilemma. That's exactly what we're speaking about tonight. You got people out here, 2 tribes, 2, possibly. What is this, spades, Nick? What are you talking about? And the question is, who's the Judah?
Yeah,
what are you talking about?
Yeah, man. You know I need to jump in on this one.
Go ahead,
First off, your name is hypocritical.
It is.
Do unto others. Come on.
When has that ever happened?
Yeah.
Again, the story.
Exactly. The proof.
Mm-hmm. All praise the Most High.
You're just coming in here scoffing. You're just proving our point.
Yep. Yeah.
Yeah. My ox said in the beginning, we are only talking to our people. Mm-hmm. This is not a universal space.
No.
If you want that, go find you a Catholic, Hebrew, or a Christian church channel.
Yeah.
We will pick you up and we will block you.
Mm-hmm. Because at the end of the day, we already understand what all this is about. We're coming to help our people continue to strengthen so that when it's all said and done, when all the heathen is destroyed, because, you're so mean-spirited and tough, and that's not nice. Listen, since Europeans, the Horites and the Edoms of the world collectively came into confederacy against Esau's brother Jacob, it has been hell on earth. You all just see the end. Oh, well, damn, I can't get this, I can't get that, I can't. Who cares? We never could get that. And now guess what? Guess what the joke is? The joke is we can get it, but we don't want it. Going back to what I said, the desire. We don't desire it. We're not desiring do unto others as you wish to do yourself. We're not doing that. What we desire is our kingdom. And the times that, hey, we needed to be brother. Matter of fact, proof, we're doing brotherly love now and sisterly love. We're bringing love to our family, which, mind you, the whole Confederacy never did. Never did. That's the proof. That's why it's not free will. You think that we would have said, oh, well, you know what? Here's some free will. My free will is I'm over here on Turtle Island. Yeah, I've been acting a donkey. Yeah, my Elohim is not happy. But hey, he gave me free will. I could do what I want to do. But all of a sudden, over the horizon comes you from Europe, wielding your free will. And you took your free will and imposed on me. But wait a minute, that free will, I don't like that free will. But the Father said that this was going to happen. So wait a minute. Is it free will? Do I not get to have free will to say, I don't want you on my land? I didn't. You took it anyway. You damned yourself and your descendants. And now you got a problem with it. So wait a minute. How do I have free? Where's my free will? The Father said for me to be still and heal. So I'm being still and I'm healing. I'm not giving a care or energy to the heathen. So therefore, it is a predestined. I've been predestined to do this. We all have. We came through the womb to grow, to go through hell and high water, to get to 2020 and be sailing away. To sail away. What is that, Chris Christopherson? To sail away. Inya. We already know what we're to do. That's what we're doing. You heathens have free will, so you ain't gotta work. All you gotta do is have faith. Oh, what we can do on the others is, shoot, I've been taking care of my brother. I mean, who, where, when? Have you been taking care of me? No. You've been winning. So now here comes the proof. The proof is in the pudding. The proof is in the story. The proof is in the prophecy, which then begats predestination. You're predestined to go over there and fight. You were predestined to come over here and steal, to get into armies, militaries, to think that you're big, to puff up, to believe in the Constitution, whatnot, not in the Father, not in his people, not in the laws. Now you got to go and fight for Ish's cause and the heathen's cause. And now everybody's upset at us because, hey, what are we fighting for? What do you mean fighting? I'm not fighting. You need to be asking that question to the Father. Hey, Elohim of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, why are you allowing your people to not fight when I got to fight for the cause of Ish? Don't be coming over here and asking me questions or condemning me for asking you, why should I care? We're not fighting. You don't see me and Sly over here fighting. Matter of fact, we are. You know what? We are fighting. I got my armor on. Sly got his on. He got his greaves, his bucklers. He's got his sword. So do I. And we're ready. We're ready to die to get to the kingdom. At your
Exactly.
at the price of you.
Exactly. These people really don't realize how serious this is.
Come on.
Man, I had somebody describe what type of vehicle I had in my driveway a few days ago.
Yep.
Because I told him that these weren't these lands. He put a big retort up. I rebuked him. But why are you mentioning what I'm driving? What's in my front yard? So this is just more than just two, so-called black men pretending to be Israelites getting on here speaking. These people are upset because they're seeing everything that they built off of stolen wealth and blood fall apart.
Yep.
After being told forever that white Jeebus, like my aunt like to say, the Jeebus of the whites, basically gave them a free pass.
Yeah.
And then installed a fake people pretending to be us.
Yep.
And then
see, go ahead.
And then it was told that white Paul came for them and that they're Gentiles.
Yep.
Jew nor Greek. For God so loved the whole world. The same rhetoric. You mean the world of Israel? Oh, we don't read that part of the book. Oh, we don't read the prophecies. Oh, we don't read the Old Testament. Oh, that's not canonical. Now it's time to pay the piper. People are upset. It's like if you had $1 million and I took it from you, I think you'd be pretty upset at me. You'd be ready to fight. These people killed over their idol.
Yep.
The Inquisitions. You think they wouldn't do it again? The only thing is they cannot.
Right.
Because they are no longer they are no longer under their blessing of the sword. Man, you think, man, 150 years ago we was doing this, man? They probably want to hang us from trees.
Hang us high.
Thank you. Thank
Hang
you.
us high.
You think we could speak like this during the time of the Inquisitions? Man, they would flay our skin off alive.
Yep.
These people are scared because deep down they know that we've always been the people, and then they have to look at everything they've done to keep us down.
Yep. Yep. Everything. That self-conviction comes in like a flood, and they can't deal with it. And it is futile. And again, that's what was written. Those who love their life will die. Those, how's it? Let me find it. Yeah,
You got it, Ak?
I do. This is Yehukanan 12 and 25. He that loveth his life shall lose it, and he that hateth his life in this world shall keep it unto life eternal. That's where we at. This is what we doing. We hate this life in this world. We hate it with a perfect hatred. We hate being underneath a demented, degenerate, base, heathen ass, stale box of Cracker Jacks. We hate it with a fervent passion because all these people have ever done was lie. And then we hate being under these Bama ass, black, goofy ass coon niggas who want to keep us astray. We hate this fucking life. But you know what? Prophecy states we will rise again. And our life we shall keep it unto life eternal. So all praise to the Most High that we just have to maintain our endurance and perseverance through the fervent, and perfect hatred that we have for not only these ignorant ass, stupid people, but all the devices and actions and works we have to do to just survive it. Whether you be in it or out of it. It's just the premise, the fact that these people are whack and waxing worse and worse. And yet we have to be under that? Why? So yes, we cry out for justice. And we cry out for our Father to destroy this heathen system. And if you mad, be mad. Our Father don't care. Because you had your time. You had your time. And what did you do with your time? You kept us, his people, in despair. And you think for a minute now, today, we should give two foreign cares? Are you stupid? Yes. Again, that's what was written.
Prophecy. Deuteronomy 28:10. And all people of the earth shall see that thou art called by the name of the Most High, and they shall be afraid of thee.
Mm-hmm.
They're shook.
Shook.
It's always been them.
Mm-hmm.
It was always them.
Mm-hmm.
And that's why I tell them personally that they are dealing with a power that they cannot begin to understand.
Mm-hmm.
You took his people in derision. not just any people, the
Yep.
one that gave you your breath. You took his sons and daughters into derision,
Mm-hmm.
and they shall be afraid of thee. All of us,
Yep.
all of us. That's
Mm-hmm.
why these people really can't say anything to us. They could scoff, but they can't prove anything wrong. But instead of trying to make, at least do a little bit of right, try to make some type of amends, they double down. But why
Mm-hmm.
did they double down? Predestination.
Predestination. Right. That's
It,
right.
it was ordained.
Mm-hmm.
Remember, the Most High, he hardened Pharaoh's heart. So
Yep.
Pharaoh clearly didn't have free will.
Nope. He didn't have free will. That's the whole. So free will. We the world has given themselves the authority of free will, and look at where it's got them. Their free will was to kill Yahushua, create a narrative that said that he died for their sins, and then that they're going to be raptured out of here before the end. So that's their free will. That's what they utilized their freedom, because it wasn't a free will, their freedom to do. Now at the end, they're upset. Now, I want to say this, the strangers, hey, look, those that cleave, hey, look, I get it. It's tough to hear. But you know what was tougher to hear? How much we weren't shit, how much we couldn't make it, how much we couldn't do it, how much we didn't deserve it, you know? And then on top of that, the works that came with it. We got that work beat of us, mind, body, and soul and spirit. And now what you're seeing today is Yasharel stand up in great boldness. Just come and just come, enjoy yourself. But if you're not in the spirit of justice, then you're never going to be with us. I'm telling you that right now. You will never, ever be with us because we demand, declare, and desire justice. Something that your people, something that this world has never, ever considered for us. They considered it not. And now today, because I'm telling you, you're going to be in dismay. Don't come on, guys. Me. Don't act like you're a victim of this. You're not a victim. You should be grateful that our Father has even raised us up to give you cover. And if you can't accept that, get to stepping because you're not going to be wanted. And that's not for me. That's what's written. And they go, oh, well, it's not in the Bible. We're not talking about the heathen's Bible just. We're talking about all of it for just us. We're talking all of it. That's why when we speak, listen, we're not out here for your mission. We're for ours. Ours. I know that's hard to understand and take, but this is about us. Y'all need to go fight. And really, in all seriousness, you guys need to go fight your desire. You need to go over there in Iran, Iraq, Kuwait, Saudi, Gaza, Israel, Middle East, Africa, Europe, Asia, whatever the filth flarn you need to go and fight and prove yourself. Because see, we've already done this. We've already done this. We were first. So where I understand that you, and I appreciate you coming and having a conversation, feeling secure, feeling comforted, feeling the ability to speak, so be it. But understand when you speak, your words get judged. For you would rather us judge you here in the remnant, within the remnant, than to be out there and letting the Most High's hand just put that whoop ass to you. At least here you got cover and you can learn and do what it's going to do. Because if you're here, you were predestined to be here.
Exactly. Exactly. And Sister Romy, I had that precept right before you made your comment. Our armor is the Most High's covenant. Isaiah 59:21. As for me, this is my covenant with them, saith the Most High. My spirit is upon thee, and my words which I have put in thy mouth, that's your, shall not depart out of thy mouth, nor out of the mouth of thy seed, nor out of the mouth of thy seed, saith the Most High, from henceforth and forever. Oh, but his own received them not.
Oh, his people just they didn't care for the Messiah. What? Go on, man.
I despise that one. Could they take that so out of context? Well, if his own received them not, didn't he also say that that his people would fight for him?
So if it was their time, right?
Exactly. If it was their time, and who would they fight against? Rome. That wasn't going to be a fist fight. That was going to be to the death.
To the death.
His people was willing to lose their life for him. Oh, but his own received them not. Oh, you mean them wicked blasphemers that sold out with the Herodians on the Sanhedrin? You mean those? Oh, that sounds like Congress. We got some of those now. There's no thing under the sun.
Yep.
Yeah, all that worked when we were asleep, when we didn't have the Ruach. And now the Most High has lifted the veil. We can see through the deception. The Most High never turned away from his people. Go ahead.
Never. And I was just going to say, I was agreeing with you. And that's the whole crux right there. He turns his face back to his people, which they left out. Now he's taking care of his people, which they left out. And that's all that was written. That is the prophecy. Like, we're not saying anything that is different from what was read, what was written. That's how we know. That's the proof. So if you say, well, I only believe in 5 books, like I'm Torah only. Well, I don't believe in the New Testament. Well, we don't believe in it either. But we have the ability, skill, to be able to discern the bones in it.
Exactly.
And spit them out.
Exactly.
Which was written.
Romans 9:4. They don't like this one either. Who are Israelites, to whom pertaineth the adoption and the glory and the covenants, plural, and the giving of the law and the service of the Most High and the promises. Damn, it looks like Paul made it clear cut.
Clear.
It has
that was
nothing
Black Paul.
That was exactly. Yeah. See, that wasn't white Paul speaking right there.
No.
See, because we got white Paul and we have so-called Black Paul.
We got so-called Black Paul. Duality. Because remember, there's 2 things of everything. There's the opposites of the duality. Go ahead,
Exactly. This is clear cut. They never go here. They never go here. Well, it says whosoever.
Yeah, whosoever.
Yeah. They need to they need to lie in the bed that they made.
They do.
And the only way to cleanse the land is by the shedding of blood.
Yep. of
That's
those who
awesome.
shed it.
Exactly. That's prophecy.
That's what was written. And see the okay, so we didn't really clarify. We just went right into it. We started with the story. What's the proof? What was written? Not just in with the not just the transliteration of the heathens canon Bible, but all the scriptures, every single one of them. If you take all of the scriptures together and then you read them and then you get the full picture, well, that's prophecy. What is it? Precept upon precept, line upon line, here little, there little.
Mhm.
Prophecy, all of them. You can't just do, oh, well, that's just for the Bible.
Mhm.
How stupid do you like? That's the you wouldn't even do that in school. You wouldn't even consider. Well, teacher, I know that you told us to read 7 books, but I only got one of the books, so I'm gonna go precept upon precept. Well, where are you getting the precepts from? The same book. They're gonna look at you. Well, I'm going line upon line. I'm doing what you said. No, I said for you to do that through all the books, but I didn't want to do that. Well, F. So you fail. Why? Because you chose 5 books or you chose 13 books or chapters. 5 chapters, 13 chapters, 66 chapters, 80 chapters. There are
Exactly.
over, there are a slew, thousands of scrolls, and you were supposed to seek them out, and you chose not to. And now because you haven't be now because you didn't choose through your free will, or was it predestined that you were not? So because you were not worthy, which is written, to read the extra books, now you got caught up.
Mhm.
Now you got to go to Iran and fight. Now you get in fear. Now you scared at night. Whereas we're comforted because we know that ain't nothing. We know, yea, that though we walk through the valley of death, I fear no evil. Because the heathen, it is the heathen's turn to fear evil, the evil that men do. So that has nothing to do with us. That's why we can sit here and delineate if you want to. All delineation is, to be honest, is sanctification. Again, what is written? The
Exactly.
proof and the prophecy. Remember old school Clint Eastwood, the good, the bad, the ugly? The story, the proof, the prophecy? Predestination. You can't even make this up. This is how it has been. And listen, the corrupt is paying the price today. Those that have been corrupted in every which way. The incorruptible, people go, well, you know what? You're not perfect. You're not perfect. Well, okay. I'm okay with that because I'm striving for perfection, not perfection in this kingdom because I hate this kingdom, but I strive for perfection in my kingdom to come. So I am clearing myself, purging myself, aligning myself, changing myself so that I can put on the new self, my new self, so I can be ready for that. I'm not waiting for Jesus to come back because when he does, well, he's not. But when Yahweh Shai does come back, he's coming back with the sword. He's coming back with variants. Is that not what is happening today? You see all these people out here mad now that right after Trump got in, they were mad. Families, variants. The red light is just blinking. Variants. I don't like my cousin. I don't like my dad. I don't like my mama. I don't like my grandfather. I don't like my son-in-law. Variants. And the sword. Who's bringing the sword first? His people. What's the sword? The word. The word. When he finally comes back and puts that whoop ass completely with the righteous sword, with the biggest Excalibur sword that anybody has ever seen or fathomed ever, and he starts killing and destroying the heathen, he told you himself, which was written, that the blood's going to be up to the horse's bridle. What you forget? Oh, no, we're going to be raptured out of it by then. And that's the war that they're going to take on you black people. And then he's going to come back and set us down and we're going to rule again. Now, that narrative does not work anymore. It doesn't work. And there's no truth in it. And now, because we desire our kingdom, our father, our mother, our brother, our ancestors, our heritage, our land, and we could give two filth florins about y'all, look at how far fast you've fallen. And you got nerve to talk to me? You got gall? You got freaking gumption to step to me? For what? What can you do for me? What have you done for me lately? World? My father has done everything for me. My mother has comforted me. My brother has shown me the way. I'm not interested in anything heathens got to say. I sit next to wise counsel. The Mishpachah is a loving nation, fledgling. And guess what? We on the rise. Jacob's on the rise. Esau's on the fall. It's written that way. That's the proof. The story has always been about Jacob and Esau. Matter of fact, that's the last prophecies outside of John's. So now here we are. Here we are at the crossroads. We got 10,000 falling to our left, 10,000 falling to our right, but somebody keeps coming up to us as we walk at night, telling us, hey, don't you want to come over here and do this thing? Look at all that on the left-hand side. And we're like, no, we don't want that. Then somebody on the right-hand side, this is the crossroad on the right-hand side. Oh, look at that thing. Come on, you can come and do this. You can have this. You can have free will. Well, we'll give you free will too. No, we'll have free will with us. We say, no. We're moving forward to our kingdom because our desire is as much. So everybody else who's lost touch with the reality of our story, tough luck. Tough luck. Because that's not our problem. We're not caring or covering you. And those that fall off to go do the left and to the right, to do what you do, Most High's will be done. We're not here to bring anybody to the Most High. We're too busy getting there ourselves. And as we do it as an individual, 1 becomes 2, 2 becomes 3, 3 becomes 4, 4 to 5, 5 to 6, 6 to 7, 7 to 8, 8 to 9, 9 to 10, 10 to 11, and guess what? 11 to 12. And here we are, the 12. And we ain't caring no more. We're not in a position anymore to help you. You are now in a position to help yourself, if that's what the Most High's will says that he wants you to do. Otherwise, you are to be led astray. Go ahead, my bad.
You're good, bro. You're good. You're good.
I got off on a tangent.
Once again, the prophecies. Isaiah 46:13. I bring near my righteousness, it shall not be far off, and my salvation shall not tarry, and I will place salvation in Zion for Yasharel, my glory. Not the heathens.
But that's why they go. That's why he said, "I know those who say they are but are not," because everybody's trying to be his glory. But the heathens say, "Well, everybody falls short of the glory of God." Well, if everybody falling short, then who's his glory?
And exactly, of course, you're expected to fall short of his glory because the Most High put spirits over you to lead you astray.
Correct. Yep. And those spirits over them to lead them astray, them being over us, leading us astray. That's why we hate this system today and back then. And when they came, we hated every system that the European brought upon the world. Again, what righteous thing has the Europeans brought to the world under their rule? One. And that's a question. That's me asking earnestly. Is there one thing righteously where everybody in the world, no matter the color, no matter how much you got, no matter what you look like, everyone in the world could get, and it'd be fair, just, equal, loving. It was righteous. So miss me with all the madness of the heathen talk, the heathen speak, with their madness of, oh, well, you know what? We all shit the same. That's about it. That's it. Because we're not the same. We're not equal. We seek justice for just us. Simple.
I'm still here, these heathens love their New Testament. You know what? Here's the proof. They love their New Testament. Luke chapter 1, 68 through 71. Blessed be the most high power of Yasharel, for he have visited and redeemed his people and have raised up a horn of salvation for us in the house of his servant David. And he spake by the mouth of his holy prophets, which have been since the world began, that we should be saved from our enemies and from the hand of them that hate us. That salvation, that has always been the running theme of salvation throughout the entire, what they would call a Bible. Salvation has always been being saved from your enemies. But then when you get all the way to the bones in the New Testament, all of a sudden, if you call on salvation is, or being saved is, calling on white Jeebus. It just flips. And even when you read it in the New Testament and give it context, he's still talking to his people. I don't know any person that would save the same people that's killing his brethren and his sister and it's deeper than that, his cousins.
Yep.
His mishpachah. After you murdered him. Man,
it's wild, man. It's the whole narrative is so wild that it's unbelievable at this point. That's why those soldiers are like, hey, you know what? I can't be going over to fight this holy war. I thought I just signed up to, get the dainties. But now all of a sudden you got to go fight this holy war.
I wanted
that
free.
You took the oath to hold up the Constitution for Ish, and now you got that look on your face. See, a few years ago, I said, Father, I want to see the look on these people's face. Well, I'm seeing it. He has shown me the look on these people's face. And the look is not a good look. It's not strong. It's not bold. It's not empowered. It's none of that. It's not even beautiful. It is a sad, sad picture. But that was their fault. because we, over the past 20 years, have been speaking this. And it's been strengthening, 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 strengthening until today when we came in boldness and just said, you know what? I don't care about you all no more. When we were able to stop our desire of what you had, when you were no longer to bring us to jealousy. And now the mishpachah, the remnant within the remnant, find the remnant within the remnant, the wheel within the wheel. Find us. Seek after your father. Your father, you seek after the Father with all your heart, mind, body, and soul. He's going to put you around like-minded people who's doing the same. Don't be scared. Get out of your comfort zone. How can you comfort yourself? How can the Spirit of Truth, how can the Ruach HaKodesh comfort you if you're too busy comforting yourself? Now the Father has taken that comfort away from you. Take the pillow from your head. He's screaming it. KRS-One, take the pillow from your head and put a book in it. More than one. And you're just nodding off, trying to go back to sleep, and he's waking you up. And now you're going to pay. Because when you get woken up, when you get jarred up, it ain't no fun. But if you get woke up easy, comforted, nicely, imagine being woken up by your daddy or woken up by your mom. I much prefer, until my mama had had enough, but I much prefer her waking me up the 3 times that she allowed me to that she came in my room and gave me grace to sleep. But when it was my dad, oh no. It was get your ass up. So now all eyes will see. Again, which is written. All eyes will see. And what are they going to see? What are they going to see? What are all eyes? What are all eyes going to see?
They will all see the salvation of the Most High, which is the Most High saving his people.
That's right. That's exactly right. They will be astonished.
Like, damn, we did inherit a lies. Yeah, you sure did. Yeah, we tried to tell you, but you didn't want to hearken.
Mm-hmm.
Eventually, that realization is going to have to come to pass in their minds.
Mm-hmm.
It's not there yet, but the way we were brought low, 83 has to be brought so low that they have no choice but to admit the truth.
Mm-hmm. Let me I got chapter 5 up. Then shall the righteous man and woman stand in great boldness before the face of such as have afflicted him and her, and made no account of their labors. When they see it, they shall be troubled with terrible fear, and shall be amazed at the strangeness of his salvation, so far beyond all that they looked for. And they repenting and groaning for anguish of spirit shall say within themselves, this was he, this was she, whom we had sometimes in derision and a proverb of reproach. We fools accounted her life madness, and his end to be without honor. How long? Oh, how is he numbered among the children of the Most High? And his lot is among the saints. Therefore have we erred from the way of truth, and the light of righteousness had not shined unto us, and the sun of righteousness rose not upon us. We wearied ourselves in the way of wickedness and destruction. Yea, we have gone through deserts. Where they going now? Where there lay no way. But as for the way of the Most High, shoot, we have not known it. What hath pride profited us, or what good hath riches with our vaunting brought us? All those things are passed away like a shadow, and as a post that haste by, and as a ship that passeth over the waves of the water, which when it is gone by, the trace thereof cannot be found, neither the pathway of the keel in the waves. Or as when a bird hath flown through the air, there is no token of her way to be found. But the light air, being beaten with the stroke of her wings and parted with the violent noise and motion of them, is passed through, and therein afterwards no sign where she went is to be found. Or like as when an arrow is shot at a mark, it parteth the air, which immediately come together again, so that a man cannot know where it went through. Even so, we in like manner, as soon as we were born, began to draw to our end, and had no sign of virtue to show, but were consumed in our own wickedness. For hope of the ungodly is like dust that is blown away with the wind, like a thin froth that is driven away with the storm, like as the smoke which is dispersed here and there with the tempest, and passeth away as the remembrance of a guest that tarrieth by day. But the righteous live forevermore. Their reward also is with the Most High, and the care of them is with the Most High. Therefore shall they receive a glorious kingdom and a beautiful crown from the Most High's hand. For with his right hand shall he cover them, and with his arm shall he protect them. He shall take to him his jealousy for complete armor, and make the creature his weapon for the revenge of his enemies. He shall put on righteousness as a breastplate, and true judgment instead of a helmet. He shall take holiness for an invincible shield. His severe wrath shall be sharpened for a sword, and the world shall fight with him against the unwise. Then shall the right aiming thunderbolts go abroad, and from the clouds as from a well-drawn bow shall they fly to the mark, and hailstones full of wrath shall be cast as out of a stone bow, and the water of the sea shall rage against them, and the flood shall cruelly drown them. That's what's going to happen over there. Yea, a mighty wind shall stand up against them, and like a storm shall blow them away. Thus iniquity shall lay waste the whole earth, and ill dealing shall overthrow the thrones of the mighty. All praises to the Most High. All praises.
All praises to the Most High. Oh.
Yeah, when the righteous man stands in great boldness, what the hell do you think we doing? You think this isn't boldness? You ain't seen nothing yet. Nothing. Wait, just wait till we're all together. Like, just wait. You think that you hear us on the internet, but wait till you see us as a mighty army of the Most High. Oh God, he's talking army. He may come after. No. This is the Most High's fight. We're just showing you. We're going to show up and show out, and let our Father do what he's going to do when it's time.
But not just a mighty army, a mighty and exceeding army.
That's right. That's right. Exceeding. Like right now, we showing this. We are a show of force, because ain't nobody. Again, the theology of dominion is lost. Whose authority do they have to do anything? Oh, Trump. Trump's given authority. Jesus of white and Trump and white Paul. Well, we'll see. We'll see if that authority means anything to you and me. We'll see. Because right now it don't. It has no authority over us. No more. We are sovereign. You stole the U.S., so-called states, so-called of America, so-called. You stole that and created that. It has nothing to do with us.
Mm-hmm.
So we are not under your authority. We have taken back our sovereignty. And all because you lost morality, which was written, which is proof that you are not part of our story on the positive, but on the negative, you are. You certainly are. And that was predestined to happen. I will bring a foolish nation and put over you and bring you to jealousy. Predestination. Did they do that? Yes, that happened. You will come over and they will take over my land. The heathen, I will make your name no more in remembrance. Did that happen? Yes, that happened. Because the name is not Israel. The name is Yasharel. So if they took Yasharel out of existence, it would not be in existence until we stood up. So now all they got is Israel. Well, what is that? And that's not even true. That's Israeli. They Israeli. So that was the predestination of those who say they are but are not. Why? Because they did a dastardly thing to Yahushua when they murdered him, when they conspired to murder him. So they will pay and come and worship our Elohim at our feet, so that our Father, again, what was written, so the whole world will know that our Father loved us, his people. That's why all of this is a must. That's why we talk about what we talk about. That's why the story, the proof, the prophecy, predestination. You're not going to be running from it. You can't get away from it. You can't run and you can't hide. Ain't that right, Out?
Exactly. Leviticus 26, 11 and 12. And I will set my tabernacle among you, and my soul shall not abhor you. And I will walk among you, and will be your Elohim, and ye shall be my people. Mm-hmm. That was already predestined, predetermined, that we would be his people forevermore, because the Most High does not change. You know, he called the other nations nothing. He called them spittle. But somehow these heathens came up with this narrative that we no longer matter in our own story.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
It's like they colonized our heritage.
Yep.
That's exactly what they did. And now, since the Most High has put that breath back into us, and that power and that fire into us, that great boldness, we're racist. You know,
mm-hmm.
Oh, like you
always all of a sudden we racist.
All of a sudden we're racist. Ain't lynched anybody. Didn't lynch a darn person. You know, didn't skin somebody alive and cook them for dinner, but we're racist.
Mm-hmm.
They didn't burn crosses in their yards, but we're racist.
Mm-hmm.
Bro, if I was them, I'd be looking for a rapture too, man.
Me too.
Yeah, I'd be ashamed if I was them. Wow, I can't face my shame. Hopefully white Jesus will come back. No. You got to take that butt whipping the way we took ours. And it's going to be a whole lot worse. Because he don't even love y'all.
Yeah.
Y'all are nothing. The other nations are nothing.
Nothing like spittle. That's right. That's right. Okay, so we got this fella, Tone Tech. Where Tone Tech, I appreciate, stop supporting Israel. We don't support, we can't stop where the money goes, because that was never ours in the first place. So we never supported them in the first place. Just so you know, just so we're clear. No more bombs dropped on children. Well, they, unfortunately, not even. Fortunately, that's going to happen to other people. Not going to happen to us.
Okay, so my question what military installation do we own? You're talking to the wrong people, bro. You're talking
right.
You're talking to the wrong people. They drop bombs on us.
That's what I'm saying. That's that. That's
Do your history before you come over here advocating and speaking on what you don't know.
Because we're not the ones that are dropping the bombs. You need to go to T Rump and Pete and all them boys
Hold
and
on, hold
say
on,
that.
hold on. You don't come in here spreading anything to anybody. You shut up and you listen. Now, do you walk into anybody else's platform and say you want to spread the word to the listeners, not y'all? Man, go build on your own platform. And
Yeah,
that's highly disrespectful. Yo, check him. Get him out of here.
I'm just spreading the
He
word.
gotta go. That's blatant disrespect. Like you said earlier, who are we talking to? Our people. But yet he's over here trying to talk to somebody else. He gotta go. You know my patience, the water. Now, what were you
Yeah,
saying, my brother?
yeah.
The days of letting them come over here and giving them slack, them days are over. They gotta go. We
No,
are talking
I
to our
completely
people.
agree. I think I thought that he was tone.
No. We know the other tone. The other tone is cool.
Yeah,
And I
that
thought it
wasn't
was him,
him.
but then I saw the name. That's
Hmm.
why, as a mod, we really have to be conscious of the names because sometimes we'll get, prime example, we'll get Ursa and Ezra confused,
Hmm.
like Rodney Doyle and Rodney Jones.
Hmm. That's true.
Yeah, the water, Rodney. Oh, know what? That reminds me. Let me no, well, let me know what? Let me delete them off my channel too while I'm at it. Go to
Yeah,
channel.
because people want to use. The thing is, people want to use the
This
platform.
is a heathen. Man, if you don't shut your mouth over here, you Edomite,
Right,
be quiet, man.
right. He tried to come
Boy,
over and use us, and you can't use us. There's no using us anymore. There's none of that. He got dished from class, yeah. For real. That's funny. He sure did. Yeah, I was gonna browbeat him a little bit, but Sly, Principal Sly, he ain't playing those games. I'm just the assistant principal, just so everybody know. So, don't get it twisted. You come over here, you gotta be in order.
exactly. Exactly. He wouldn't do that in a Christian church. And we're not a
Mhm.
church. He wouldn't do that in any other organization. He would walk in there, sit down, have a seat, and shh.
Yeah.
But yet it's us. He
Hush.
feel he can come over here and assert his so-called dominance, which he no longer has over us. Man, if you don't sit down and
Mhm.
shut up and listen, we keep telling you you've had your run.
You've
It's
had the
over.
run. It's over. It's over. It's over. And that's the thing, what they come in, they say something crazy, then they try to clean it up, or they say something, they try to be nice, and then they come up with something crazy. That's why I be eyeballing this thing. But we are trying to get to the kingdom. We don't really worrying about what they doing over there in their kingdom. That's not our concern. We don't desire it. So if they blowing each other up, they blowing up children, they blowing up women, it ain't nothing new. They've been doing it. That's what they do. That's the MO of a heathen. They blow up children. They also eat children. They also rape children. And what do we have to do with that? They did that to us. And when we sat back and said, hey, these people are demented and degenerate, you hung more of us. When we stood up to fight back, you killed more of us. We know our history over here. We're not going to give anybody a pass on our history. No, because that's the smoking gun. Matter of fact, that's the case. That's the case against you. And so we know it. We ready for that. So don't get it twisted. Don't think you're just going to come over and distract us because we already know. We already know. We ain't tripping. So getting back to the prophecies. So the prophecy of predestination, or every prophecy is predestination. Is that correct?
Yes, because prophecy was already written from the beginning.
That's right. Yep. Yep. So if we're the people over here speaking the story, and we're the empirical data, which is the proof, and we're speaking prophecy, bringing out prophecy, and speaking about the prophecies of all the books. Listen to that. All of the books, not just their Bible, but all of the books, from the Book of Mormon, the Qumran, even the Oahspe. If we are speaking prophecies throughout all, and we can see us in all these books, then it is a predestination. Nobody gets to choose. I didn't choose to do this. If I had the free will, shoot, I'd be rich. I'd be rich chilling. But now those that were rich and were chilling, you think they chilling now? Dubai, everybody trying to get out of Dubai, one of the richest places on the earth. You think that's a coincidence? Happenstance? That all that's getting blown up too? No, it's not. It was predestined. And that's the part that the Father doesn't need to tell you. It was predestined because they will all be destroyed. So the totality, the macro, is the destruction. Esau said he's going to build up. Even if he tears it down, he's going to build up. The Father said, I'm going to tear it down and you will never build up.
Mm-hmm. you see, they haven't been rebuilding all these towns and cities here that got
That's
burned
right.
to crisp.
Yeah. Prophecy.
Mm-hmm.
Prophecy. That's why everybody look at us and they get upset, because we go so hard in the paint. You know, we throwing elbows, bows, everything. But we go hard because we got to box everybody out. We got to get them out, because that's prophecy. Remove these people. Everybody will go back to their own lands. And the immigrants coming over here that got to pay by blood, they're going to go back to a land that they thought they weren't from, and they will shed their blood there for the Constitution that they gave an oath to.
Yep.
Because that's part of prophecy. Blood up to the earth, to the horse's bridle. It's a lot of blood.
Yeah, it is. A few months ago, I just got online to see the height of a horse's bridle, and I was like, "Whoa!"
Mm-hmm. It's a lot.
Yeah, it's a lot of blood.
I mean, dude, that's what a regular 6 foot swimming pool.
I don't think it's that. Let me take a look again, because the horse's bridle. Horse's bridle length. No, it's not. No, the bridle is
that's the front.
The bridle is like
it's the face mask, is what I call it.
Yeah,
face
mask. Right there. Yeah, that's
so that's like 4 to 5 feet.
Yeah, you know what? Yeah, because I've had a horse stand next to me, and that's like, that's like a good 4 to 5 feet. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So I mean, that's a pretty good sized pool, right?
Yeah, it is.
I mean, yeah. So yeah, all this is prophecy. This is what we be speaking about. This is what's in the other books. These other books are giving you I won't say the complete. I take that back. It gives you more of the story. Like the moment I read the book of Jasher, that Bible, I just use it for Cliff Notes now. I don't use it as some inerrant word of the Most High. No, because the Jasher show, they left so much out. It's ridiculous. And if Jasher wrote, it has the rest of it in it, you know, there's volumes upon volumes upon volumes of other books, of other writings. We just, the Father just, he allowed them to write what was going to happen to them at the end, because they wanted their perspective. And now here they get in their perspective. They got their desire. Their desire was to be us. Okay, well, now you're going to get pain like us. But the difference is you aren't us, so you get destroyed. There's the difference. Oh, well, all of Abraham's, what they say, all of Abraham's seed was blessed, gets blessed. Yeah, they do. But Jacob gets the promise. So everybody else already got blessed. Did they not? Did they not? Did they not have everything that they wanted?
I don't own a yacht.
Exactly. Exactly.
I can't take everybody in the chat on my private jet.
Mm-hmm.
I haven't been under those blessings.
Yep. That's what I'm saying. So how if the world has been blessed because of Yasharel's fall, then you've gotten that blessing from Abraham. Prophecy. You've gotten it. Now here at the end, it gets taken from you. 400 years, you will come out with great substance, and that nation shall I judge. That nation that had you in derision and a proverb of reproach and captivity, I will judge. So in this case, it's not one nation, it's all nations on this earth. Every single one of them. Because as Brother Judah said, they all knew and nobody came to our rescue because that's what was written. So everybody.
Predestination.
Predestination. There is no free will. You don't get to choose how you live. I know that's surprising to some people, and I know that may be hurtful to others, but you don't. You are born. You don't get to choose your mother and your father. You don't have free will. Nah, you know what? I'm going back in right now. I got to do this again. You don't get that option. You don't.
That's a dagger right there. I never thought about that. You definitely didn't have free will when it came to your birth.
No, you didn't. But all humans got free will. No, you don't have free will. It's predestined who you come to, who you come through, and what you do. And everybody on this earth, prior to today, 2026, after the alignment, going into their curse, double curse gate, every one of them is now, their eyes are opening and they quaking and they going, you know what? They shaking and, they going, I don't know why you guys are going so hard. Why who you fighting? We fight against principalities in high places.
Spiritual wickedness.
Right. We don't fight against your flesh and blood. We're just sitting back in the cut, destroying you with words. That's the war. It's called spiritual warfare. But because you guys didn't understand that, and you desired a war because you are warring people, guess what? You get the physical and the spiritual at the same time. Let that be a lesson. Let that be a lesson. And you got nobody to blame but yourself. You all wanted a king. You got King Don. You got King Don. And King Don said that he is God's representative. Because guess what? The Pope didn't. Remember? He gave up the vicar of Christ. So Don said, you know what? I'm the vicar of Christ, of white Christ. And so he picks up his vicar status. Now he wants to go to war against the one people that's been waiting for that ass. The one people who have been just salivating, waiting, ready, wanting to destroy that ass. I mean, was that their free will? Was that their free will? No, it was not their free will. They were predestined. We say,
yeah, and I don't get that free will madness when the Most High says numerous times, I will.
Mm-hmm.
He's doing this. I will gather. I will. It's his will. So how the hell do you have free will?
Right.
Every time I hear free will, I hear idolatry.
Mm-hmm.
I supersede the Most High. I can do what I want
Mm-hmm.
to do.
Yep.
No,
Yep.
never understand.
It's like his will, his will, his
Exactly.
will. Oh, no, 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 no. Don't worry about that. Again, that's the narrative, right? It goes back to the very beginning of the conversation. These people's narrative is the negative. They desire a negative narrative because they've decided how of the story, right? The way that events are arranged, presented, and interpreted to the audience. Victor, the winner gets to write the story. Oh, so you're the winner. So therefore, it's your narrative. Yes. Okay. Gotcha. Now, years on, all of a sudden, no, 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 no. That's not our narrative. No, 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 no. Yes, 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 yes. It is your narrative. It is your narrative. The story focuses on the characters, the actions, and occurrences. So if the character actions and occurrences are the story, then the actions and the faith, the occurrences of the characters mean everything. Mean everything. The structure of the story has a defined beginning, a middle, and guess what? And end.
Mm-hmm.
You can't make this up. The definition, I said this, I think, the raw material, the people, a plot. They transgress their law. A sequence of events, them going after they transgressed their laws that they were given from their Elohim, a sequence of events happened to where they fell. And what happened in chronological order from Seth to Jacob, and now from Jacob to us. Chronological order. There's your story. That's the definition. But this narrative, their structure often involves reshuffling the order of events. Look at that. To build tension, create a specific or create a specific or provide context. So they often their structure in a narrative structure often involves reshuffling the order of events. But yet the story is about chronological events. But the narrative is about reshuffling them events for what? To make context. Context. So you can't even make this up. Even with the words, it tells the story of the heathen versus Yasharel from beginning to end. So that's why we go as hard as we do, because the story, their narrative has come to an end. But the story, guess what? Has just started to begin. And you can't make this up. And this is why everybody is upset at us, because they realize their narrative is over. Their reshuffling is done. There's nothing else to reshuffle. What you gonna reshuffle? They haven't read enough books anymore to get the full story to reshuffle it. That's why their pastors thinking they can be quiet, they can sit back and not say nothing, trying to read and study. They're not getting the same things that we get.
You know why? Because it's the rise of the TikTok prophet.
Yes.
It's the
Yes.
rise of the TikTok prophet.
Yep.
You don't need a degree. You don't have to go to the cemetery schools. The only thing you need to do is get a concordance, grab a Salvation Army Bible, get an internet feed, and you're ready to roll, and you feel you have the wisdom to edify people, but to leading people astray. But when it comes to people out here teaching that real truth through the Ruach, acknowledging the mother, knowing who the Elohim is, understanding the prophecies, reading all the books, they mock and they scoff and they refuse to hearken.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah, the TikTok prophets, that's the real thing. Yeah,
That is real talk right
mhm.
there. I mean, all you need is faith. You ain't got to do no works.
Nah,
You can
nah,
get
nah, but
TikTok.
nah, but you don't need faith, bro. You need
That's true.
Bluetooth and the Bible, bro.
That's right. That's true.
Yeah,
Faith out the
Bluetooth.
window too.
Yeah,
That's right.
yeah. Bluetooth is the new faith. That's all you
Right.
need, bro.
Right. My Bluetooth working. Shoe. I can tell you everything you need to know about Jeebus. For instance, let me see if I can keep talking. I'm gonna try to find this guy. That guy from the talk of Tick,
Yeah, I
the
was reading.
Blasel,
Which one, bro?
the Blasel that said he was mocking the war, but then he was talking about there's Jeebus is coming back twice. I'm trying to find him. Hold on.
Oh, that clown. That clown.
Yeah, that clown. Let's see, where are you? And TikTok is so crazy on the on the computer as it's so different on the
Yeah, yeah, it is different on the PC. That's why it's best just to bookmark something on your phone so you can always find it quick on the PC. And then when you're done with it, just don't save it anymore. Yeah, they actually think that, and the more all of this happens, it's proven that they don't fit the prophecies of the true Israelites. Like prime example, Deuteronomy 37. And the Most High thy power will put all these curses upon thine enemies and on them that hate thee, which persecuted thee. That only fits one group of people because all of them have always been in league together. And this
Mhm.
whole thing, them fighting in the Middle East, they've been doing this before I was born. You know,
Yeah.
peace in the Middle East was a phrase in the 80s, probably prior to that.
Mhm.
And those people have been allegedly persecuting those who are claiming to be Jews, and they clearly wasn't under the curses. They was over there living a wonderful life, which means that the people that they're allegedly persecuting are not the true people. They
Mm.
don't fit any of the prophecies except for Revelation 2:9 and 3:9.
3-9.
They be bring
Exactly.
those out. Oh, you're hateful. You're racist.
Mhm. Yep.
Yeah, the brother, what's the brother? The young brother, the JT.
JT.
Yeah, yeah. He said he was on Reddit and posted one scripture, gave him like a 3-day suspension for putting Revelation 2:9 3:9 up.
I know it. And they got mad at him on YouTube. Mad at
Exactly.
him.
Yeah, they do not fit the prophecies of being Yasharel at all. So now these nations, they need to stand on it.
Mhm.
No, you've been saying it. Now all of 83 needs to stand on it.
Yep. Look at this. I want to show. Let's see if I can. I can. Where did it go? There you go. Listen to this. This is what I mean. Like these folks.
I really truly thought I had it all figured out.
Fair
I thought I
use.
was on the right path, like I was living my life for Christ and fully surrender, being obedient as I thought, doing all the things, wasn't listening to secular music, watching what I ate for the most part, like even down to everything I watched. Like I literally thought I was on the right path and I'm so wrecked. If Yahuwah would have returned that scripture, depart from me, I never knew you, that would have been me because I thought I had it all figured out. And it pains me to know that I didn't. Like everything was a lie, so-called deity that I called on that I thought was my Messiah. The way I live, it wasn't according to his commandments, but it was according to what I thought or what I believed to be true. just ignorant.
Well, and you're PFC in the army. I mean, right? I mean, you were led astray. Isn't that what she said? She got tired. She didn't realize she was going to be led astray.
Ignorant, and it grieves me to know that there are so many people on that broad way that leads to destruction, believing that they're on the right path. That's why that scripture, Matthew 7, verse 21, 22, and 23. Read it. Read it. When he says, many will say to me that day, and he will say, depart from me, I never knew you, you workers of iniquity. It is important that you know his name. His name is important, and he wanted us to know his name. It's not just a translation. You need to know that name because it says that that is the only name that's been given under heaven where man shall be saved, and salvation is found in not another. His name is Yahuwah, and Yahuwah is the Father who sent Yahusha.
Okay, all right. Well, everybody talking about the name. We ain't getting caught up in that. I just wanted to show how she was talking about. She got hemmed up, but she was ignorant. But hold on a sec. I'm still looking for. Is it this one? Is it this one? Hold on.
Is it the one you shared with me?
Yeah, I'm in your thing. I thought I shared it with you. Is it this guy? The CJ McGree? Can you see that?
Nah, he's not the one talking about. He's not the one talking about the rapture.
That's what I thought. Where's that
Yo,
dude?
you're looking for the rapture dude.
Yeah.
Let me you know what? Let me go to our text messages.
Was it via text I sent it? That's where I sent it.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Hold on.
While you looking for that, I'll play this.
I'm constantly tagged in the Irish were slaves videos. It's utter nonsense. It's bizarre to people in Ireland that white Irish Americans are competing in these oppression Olympics. Every single one of your ancestors who came from Ireland was born free. And those who entered into indentured servitude did not have the same experience as chattel slavery. In indentured servitude, you sold your labor for a period of time, typically 7 years, in order to get to America for a better life. Once you served your time, you were free to go, your family was free, you were never fucking property. Now, were the Irish treated terribly? Abso-fucking-lutely. Were they treated fairly compared to aristocratic British people? No! But they were never fucking property. Constantly fighting the black community right now for the oppression spotlight is ridiculous. Do better. We're mortified.
All right, Ak, I just emailed it to you.
Oh, you emailed it?
Yeah. This way you can open it quick, I guess, on your PC and just easier that way. My bad.
Oh, okay. I was like, what was that? Okay.
Yeah, my bad.
I need to explain.
All right. Can you see it?
Yeah, hold up. I'm getting rid of a troll.
All right, here you go. Oh, where'd it go? This cornball.
Something else. So I just recently heard that some army commanders are saying things like, Trump is anointed by Jesus and they're gonna make Armageddon happen. That's dumb. That's stupid. This is why it's important for Christians to study the scripture. Christian nationalism and Christian Zionism are both erroneous and blasphemous at that. And this idea that you have in your head about the Battle of Armageddon, where Israel is the good guy and they're surrounded by their enemies, and Jesus comes at the last minute and saves them, and it's just this beautiful picture. That's dumb. That's not what the Bible is saying. So one, you can't make Armageddon happen because Armageddon happens after Jesus' return. See, what people don't understand is Jesus has two returns.
So
Madness.
madness. So hold on. Let's
First one is the rapture. Then you have a space of time, which is about 3.5 years more of God's wrath. There's two things going on. There's the
hold on.
Yeah,
turn.
you have to rewind that. You got to make
The
it quick.
first one is the rapture.
Hold on.
That's what they needed to
After
do.
Jesus'
rapture.
return.
Here you
See,
go.
what people don't understand is Jesus has two returns. The first one is the rapture. Then you have a space of time, which is about 3.5 years
Oh, really?
more
Hmm.
of God's wrath.
Oh,
There's two things going on. There's the Great Tribulation, right? Great Tribulation happens first.
oh,
That's 3.5 years of persecution. They're trying to
okay.
eradicate Christianity from the planet.
This is a
Then
TikTok.
Jesus returns. He specifically says he has to shorten those days because there will be no flesh left to save.
Okay.
So the rapture serves a purpose, and it's not something happening at any moment where you got to be on your P's and Q's. You're going to be literally in a situation where you're hoping he returns.
Bring it
And
out.
when he does, you will rejoice, but the world will not. Then God will have his wrath for another 3.5 years. And then after that, Jesus comes back again to
Again.
establish his kingdom for 1,000 years.
Oh.
That's what the Bible is saying.
Oh.
So the Armageddon part happens during the wrath. This is after the rapture and before the millennial reign. So you're not bringing about Jesus' return and you're not making Armageddon happen. Fighting Iran just helps bring about the first thing, where the Antichrist can appear into the third temple in Israel, because the Antichrist comes out of Israel.
Oh.
This begins the Great Tribulation, where there's a persecution of the Christian. And I guarantee you, Christian Zionists and Christian nationalists, they will side with the Antichrist. I'm seeing that now.
Oh.
So how does Armageddon even happen? Well, one, let's get this out the way. Jesus' return is caused by the Great Tribulation. After that, as you go into the wrath portion of eschatology or end times prophecy, the leader of Israel, which will be the Antichrist, and this is according to scripture, he will betray Israel because he's going to get with these nations that have no kingdom. And I'm presuming these are the Eastern nations that have been defeated by the West, because the Bible is telling us that the West will actually conquer the world and then hand that power over to Jerusalem, which is modern day Israel. And that power comes from the dragon and not God. So if you notice all this weird behavior concerning Israel and how nobody wants to condemn them or anything, and they're trying to hold you to that standard, yeah, that's why. This is something spiritual going on. Look at how nobody's being arrested in America over this Epstein stuff. And Epstein was heavily involved with Israel. And it looks like Israel used Epstein to compromise a bunch of people around the world.
Okay.
Anyway, the beast, the Antichrist, he betrayed.
This gonna be good. This gonna be good. He going into the beast
Israel.
and Antichrist.
Because Satan hates them. He doesn't like them. But he lures them in, makes them think they're going to be part of this, global rule or whatever.
Okay.
And this is why Israel is depicted as a harlot, because they had God and they left God and they sided with these other entities. Well, think about it. The West is who destroyed Jerusalem in 70 AD. And now they're back in that place as a Western nation in an Eastern region. So they're kind of just out of place. But yeah, the Battle of Armageddon is where Israel, who is against God, gets surrounded by nations that they displaced along with the West.
Okay.
And Jesus is a third party to that battle. He's not on either one of their sides. And then 2/3 of Israel is destroyed, and a third are told to come out, and the rest of eschatology happens. And I can get into that in another video, but we got to understand that what they're saying is actually dumb. Like it's
What?
you can't cause Armageddon, and you can't cause Jesus's return. You can't. Jesus's return is caused by the Antichrist.
Oh God.
And Armageddon is caused by the Antichrist.
Where's the button?
And Israel and the other nations are nowhere on God's side. Neither one of them are on God's side. Armageddon is kind of like, for lack of a better word, it's like karma or whatever.
Oh.
They did a thing to a bunch of people, and then those bunches of people are going to do a thing back to them and destroy them.
Damn thing.
And the beast, or the Antichrist, powered by the dragon, is the one who sets that up, because he actually hates them, but he's using them right now. And after they're destroyed, that's when you have an angel come out and say, Babylon is fallen. Why are they Babylon? I'll address that in another video.
Okay. Okay. Okay, we appreciate you addressing that.
And ladies and gentlemen, this is the modern day TikTok prophet.
This is it.
This is it.
This is it. I mean, you can't even make this madness up. That dude sat there with a straight face, talking like he knew everything and didn't know nothing at all, and then was calling people names. He was, oh yeah, these people are dumb. Nigga, you dumb. You are dumb. Like this is Christianity. This is the madness. Yes. Pure madness. And and it's funny. The funniest part of that whole thing is how he, with a straight face, was calling names to somebody else and calling them dumb. Like, oh, you stupid. You don't know what you're talking about. Let me tell you. And then he sounded like Oswald Bates. He ain't say nothing. But this is the mindset. This is the narrative. You see that narrative? That's a narrative. He was all over the place. He changed up events, added to events. See what I'm saying? His desire was to get, we don't even know what he desired. He left that out there. He said he'll talk about that, rolling his eyes at another on the next video. Well, that fella's getting blocked.
and
so I won't even see that next video. I'm sorry, what'd you say?
No, I just wanted to chime in and say that is what we were speaking about. Mm-hmm. That is a prime example of the narrative and not the story, not the proof, clearly not the prophecies, but he is predestined to be out of his cotton picking mind. Yes. Yeah, he spirits to be led astray. The predestination.
Yep. Confusion to the highest degree. Exactly. To the 33rd degree.
The 12th woe, the stupor.
The 12th woe, the stupor, the great stupor. So when we're calling people names, we're saying it via prophecy. Because if you're acting stupid, that proves that you are in the stupor. If you're being delusional, that proves that you are being taken over by the great delusion. So we're not making up stuff. We're not creating false narratives from our own story. That's not what we're doing. We're putting our story back together and making it proper and righteous. So talking loud and saying nothing. Yeah, he was just a hot ass mess. That's why I had to show y'all exactly what we got to go through when we open up a tickety talk and this fool is up in here talking madness. And Sly don't even deal with it. He just block them now. He don't even. I at least laugh and giggle. What'd you say?
I block. They send 10 more, bro.
Yeah, I know they do.
My TikTok is flooded with nonstop Christianity. And one sister said, I don't get any Christianity on my feed. I said, I get nonstop.
It's all coming to Sly.
Constantine Christianity. I'm like, darn, is there anything else on here besides white Jeebus?
Right.
Oh, can I see a video of somebody making bowling balls or something? My feed is constant Christianity. That's why I kind of cut back on it, because it's a blatant attack on me. So now they trying to wear out the saints, and
Exactly.
that's exactly what they're trying to do. Prophecy.
Yep. But that's exactly right. That's the prophecy. The prophecy is they're going to wear out the saints by bringing up madness because they're in a great stupor because they're in the 12th woe. And then you got the little white girl over here talking about Edris and, the 10 tribes, where they are, and I left a comment and I was like, listen, it's fine that you know this. All eyes will see, knowledge will increase. But if you're not giving credit to the people who you heard this from, and if you just picked up the book, you were like, yo, I'm just going to pick, if you were predestined to pick up the book, just pick up the book, didn't hear nobody, and this is what you got from it, you should find some people like you. You will want to find like-minded people, because when you initially get wisdom, it is a very strong energy that you have to be able to go to somebody to bounce it off so you can continue with that. This isn't like, you just say it. I'm just going to pick up this book today. No, you heard us talking about that. Oh, you guys are so arrogant. You think that you think that, what's that song? You even think this song is about you. No, it is about us. It is. So
Story. They
the
took
story.
us out of the story and replaced it with white Jeebus. That's exactly what they did.
Mm-hmm.
The
Exactly.
story has always been about Yasharel.
Mm-hmm. Yep. And that's the whole thing. That's why everybody upset, because we're bringing our story back. We're talking about our story from our perspective. We're not allowing them to talk about our story from their perspective, and that's what's got them all vexed. But that's, again, not our problem, right? That's not our problem. It's not a problem at all. At all. But Ak, what you got? What you got left? You know what I would like for you to do, Ak, if you
What's
wouldn't
up?
mind? Take us out with Psalms 94.
All right. Are we gonna go into the first book of Adam and Eve?
Yeah, go ahead. Yeah, go ahead. Do that. Yeah.
This is the first book of Adam and Eve, chapter 6. We're going to read verses 1 through 6.
No. Why are we reading this? Because it's important to understand free will and predestination. Go ahead, Ak.
Okay, let me just pull it up a little bit. Okay. But the Most High looked at them, for they had killed themselves through great grief. But he decided to raise them and comfort them. He, therefore, sent his word to them that they should stand and be raised immediately. And the Most High said to Adam and Eve, you transgressed of your own free will until you came out of the garden in which I had placed you. Of your own free will have you transgressed through your desire for divinity, greatness, and an exalted state, such as I have, so that I deprived you of the bright nature in which you then were. And I made you come out of the garden to this land, rough and full of trouble. That's when we lost free will.
Mm-hmm.
We lost it after the fall. That's when we lost free will.
Never to get it back until the end.
Exactly. As you can see, it states, I read it earlier. Where's that? You transgressed through your desire for divinity, greatness, in an exalted state. You were made in the image of the Most High. You've already had that.
Mm-hmm.
You've already had that, and they was able to actually walk with the Father and ask questions. Who was they had the answers to the knowledge of the universe already, and that goes back to, and this is deeper. People always go to this scripture and they like to say it only refers to judges because they don't read books like these. Say, ye are gods, but you will die like men.
Yep.
Exactly, because we were in a godlike lower G state. We were made in the image of our Elohim.
Yep.
That's why the additional books add context to the Bible. That Bible is so incomplete. It's so incomplete and so manipulated. That's why we need the Ruach to understand it and put the pieces back together. Once again, here a little, the books that we already have, and there a little, the additional books.
Yep. 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 Exactly. And right after we fell as humanity, not mankind, that's Horite and Edomite madness, but right after humanity fell from their free will, they were predestined to do what? Till the land. Work hard on the land. And that's what we've been doing ever since. So there's no free will, because if it was free will, we'd be like, yo, I'm not working this land today. Boop, boop. That never happened. We didn't have free will to do whatever we wanted to do. That is a European heathen construct to get you into, because again, if they say, yeah, you know what, you got free will to come to my church and pay me. You got free will to do that. But I don't have free will to begin begin an assembly of Yasharel. Never have I. The only free will I had was the free will to be a Christian. But I didn't have that free will. That was even imposed on me. That was predestined upon me. I will serve gods of wood and stone. So, yeah, we see all this stuff happening. And, we understand why it's happening, because it's prophecy. And we've got plenty, enough libraries, enough books and libraries amongst the nation and videos of lessons to prove even more than what we can prove or have proved tonight. So the story is Yasharel, Jacob, the 12 tribes. The proof is the descendants of Yasharel, Jacob, the 12 tribes. The prophecies are all about Jacob, the 12 tribes, and their descendants, because that's what was predestined to happen. Know what I mean?
Exactly. We are witnessing it happen.
Yep. 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 Well, I don't know if you have free will. The only free will is to perform idolatry. You were predestined to be an idolater. Whoever that is. I mean, not you, Zechariah, but whoever is an idolater today, they were predestined to be an idolater. Like, you had to come up out of this idolatry by now. And if you aren't, it's going to be tougher, because, the idolatry and Jeebus of the whites is a hell of a drug. You talk about fentanyl, you talk about crack, you talk about heroin. That Christianity is a hell of a drug to come up out of. You just saw that dude. That dude was high. He was high on Christianity. You know what I'm saying? That dude put Christianity in a pipe and smoked it, and then got on Tickety Talk and start rambling.
Took a
big hit.
Took a hit of that Jeebus juice.
That Jeebus.
That white
Jeebus rock.
Yeah, for real. Yeah.
Madness.
Yeah, that stuff, you cannot come up. I say it all the time. Anybody that comes out of Christianity to the truth, the Most High is dealing with you. I don't think I could have came out of that. No, I wouldn't have been strong enough because that is a strong delusion. It's like an addiction.
It is crazy. It is crazy. So, yeah, I mean, all I can say is beware of the madness of the heathen, because it's going to step up. It's going to enhance itself, and they're not going to know what to do. You know what I mean? They're not going to. They're going to be struggling to understand why these things are happening, even though we tell them. They're going to be struggling because they're predestined to struggle, right? So just beware of being around these people in their woes going forward, especially this curse gate, this double curse gate, because this is a retrograde, right, Romy, where you at? Isn't this a retrograde curse gate going into the new year? Where's she at? Okay. But that's the thing. I mean, yeah, just be weary of the heathen right now. They're in disarray, and as they're supposed to be. But you know, yes, thank you. Yes, yeah, detox ASAP. Exactly. You know, that's the thing. We just, and if you got family or friends, remember Yahweh Shai is on his way, so he's bringing variance. You got family members that don't believe. Oh well. Kick the dust off your shoes and keep it moving forward. Oh well. Like, are you going? Just keep it going. We're close. We're close, and you can feel it. I can feel it. So, Brother Sly, you want to do us at Psalms 94?
We're going to Psalms 94. Let me pull it up real fast.
Now, this is one that is should now be on. This is like an Obadiah. This is like what we should be also utilizing when we're. And speaking of Obadiah, last weekend it was nice.
Yeah. I had to bring this one out and pray this one throughout the day.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep. So this is Psalms 94. Psalms 94.
Oh, excuse me. O Most High, thy power to whom vengeance belongeth. O Most High, to whom vengeance belongeth, show thyself. Lift up thyself, thou judge of the earth. Render a reward to the proud. Most High, how long shall the wicked triumph? How long shall they utter and speak hard things, and all the workers of iniquity boast themselves? They break in pieces thy people, Most High, and afflict thine heritage. They slay the widow and the stranger and murder the fatherless. Yet they say, the Most High shall not see, neither shall the power of Jacob regard it. Understand ye brutish among the people, and ye fools, when will ye be wise? He that planted the ear, shall he not hear? He that formed the eye, shall he not see? He that chastiseth the heathen, shall not he correct? He that teacheth man knowledge, shall not he know? The Most High knoweth the thoughts of man, that they are vanity. Baraka is the man whom thou chastenest, O Most High, and teachest him out of thy law, that thou mayest give him rest from the days of adversity, until the pit be digged for the wicked. For the Most High will not cast off his people, neither will he forsake his inheritance. But judgment shall return unto righteousness, and all the upright in heart shall follow it. Who will rise up for me against the evildoers? Or who will stand up for me against the workers of iniquity? Unless the Most High had been my help, my soul had almost dwelt in silence. When I said, my foot slippeth, thy mercy, O highest, held me up. In the multitude of my thoughts, within me thy comforts delight my soul. Shall the throne of iniquity have fellowship with thee, which frameth mischief by a law? They gather themselves together against the soul of the righteous and condemn the innocent blood. For the Most High is my defense, and my power is the rock of my refuge, and he shall bring upon them their own iniquity, and shall cut them off in their own wickedness. Yea, the Most High, our power, shall cut them off. All praises to the Most High for that reading.
Yes, all praises to the Most High.
Yeah,
Thank you,
that is
brother.
a
Baruch
powerful.
Hashem, brother Sly. Yes, yes, it is. Yes, yes. So these are the things that now we need to start reading and desiring and manifesting and entangling with, so that we can usher in our kingdom and our protection and our comfort. Because these heathens are going to be crashing out all around us, and they're not going to know what to do. And a lot of them are going to be boo-hoo, boo-hoo. But see to it that you are not deceived, because they will be quickly trying to take over you and me. So all praise to the Most High. Baruch Hashem, Mishpachah. Brother Sly, any last parting words from you?
Don't listen to TikTok prophets that teach Christianity. That's all I needed to say. Like Yahweh Shah said, take heed lest any man deceive you.
Mm-hmm.
That goes for women too. Don't let anyone deceive you in these latter days.
Yep. Don't. All praise. We're going to go out with some music. And much love, much respect. Baruch Hashem. Thank you for your support and coming in. All praise to the Most High. My bad. Hold up.
Zion. Hey yo, Ren, turn that up. Only a few of us gonna make it out. Zion, only a remnant, 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 only a remnant. When is my people gonna learn? If you don't come back, you can burn. We take up the scriptures confirm. It's time for my people to return. Only a remnant, 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 only a remnant. When is my people gon' learn? If you don't come back, you gon' burn. We take up the scriptures confirm. It's time for my people to return. Only a remnant. We at the end and we feeling it. We the sand of the sea, but a remnant. Sure return to the word when they hearing it. We the sons of Israel. Our word will never fail. Baptizing in Jacob's well. Holy Spirit ain't playing for real. Will you get protected? He's sending them plagues. I'm trying to make sure that he's sitting rain. All in my life, all in my head, all in my walk, all in my legs. You don't got that blood, you walking dead. Walk as he walk, we should live what it say. Only a remnant gonna be spared. Only a remnant gonna be spared. Abba gon' get us out of these countries. Abba said, let me see who really want me. Forsaking our houses, forsaking our money. We got that signal from heaven, he coming. Drinking his cup, nobody running. Flesh getting weak, but the spirit is gunning. We see the prophecy, we know he coming. We see the prophecy, we know he coming. But it's only a remnant, 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 only a remnant. When is my people gonna learn? If you don't come back, you gon' burn. We take up the scriptures confirm. It's time for my people to return. Only a remnant, 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 only a remnant. When is my people gon' learn? If you don't come back, you gon' burn. We take up the scriptures confirm. It's time for my people to return. Oh, 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 oh. That's how my heart hurts for you. And the son, he died for you. Yes, it's true, yes, it's true. You didn't have no clue. That's because nobody told you. They couldn't afford to. Called you monkey like you Goku. It ain't like nobody owed you. We broke the law and they sold you. We did this all to ourselves, Jacob. Now it's the time that you know the truth. You don't know you so special. You don't even see what's next though. So we cry. Only remnants gonna make it out of here alive. Please repent my people, cause we at the end of time. Only a remnant, 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 only a remnant. When is my people gon' learn? If you don't come back, you gon' burn. We take up the scriptures confirm. It's time for my people to return. Only a remnant, 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 only a remnant. When is my people gon' learn? If you don't come back, you can burn. We take up the scriptures confirm. It's time for my people to return. It's time for my people to return.
We turn now to the wildfires exploding in the Southwest and the state of emergency in Arizona. The tunnel fire burning for more than 20,000 acres. Kaylee Hartog has the latest.
Whoa, whoa. Look at the world, look at the tragedy. Trust in your word, waiting on the majesty. Keep the command, make sure he ain't mad at me. He opened our eyes, but we glad to see. He sending floods and fire Tornadoes and earthquakes is coming alive. You sit in the place where you survive. He saw it fall to Jacob on the ride. We got the most side. 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 Look at the world, look at the tragedy. Keep the good mind, make sure he ain't mad at me. Look at the world, look at the tragedy. Keep the good mind, make sure he ain't mad at me. We got the most side. We got the spirit of Joseph, for famine is coming. I hope you prepared. He about to seal everybody that's in. The Israelites waking up out of the dead. The prophets wrote about it, how can we hear? Protected by the Father, why should we fear? Psalm 91 is all in my head. Acts 1 and 6, we almost there. This is the season, pray without season. Judging the herb by the thing out to eat. In 400 years, we've been struggling, breathing. Going back home, this time we ain't leaving. Devil is man making war with the saints. Put that in our temple, he know that we ain't. Trusting this system, we know that we can't. Babylon falling and starting to stink like, yeah. We know Messiah is coming in. Destruction is coming, feel it in the air. We got the most high, so why should we fear? Keep the commandments, salvation is near. War without Father, our Father, they dead. If you live in wicked, then he will not spare. We blow the trumpet, hoping that you hear. We blow the trumpet, hoping that you hear. Look at the tragedy, trust in your word. Waiting on the majesty, keep the command. Make sure he ain't mad at me. He open our eyes, all but we glad to see. He sending floods and fire. Tornadoes and earthquakes is coming alive. You sit in the place where you survive. He saw it fall to Jacob on the ride. We got the most side. 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 Look at the world, look at the tragedy. Keep the good mind, make sure he ain't mad at me. Look at the world, look at the tragedy. Keep the good mind, make sure he ain't mad at me. We got the most side. Time is ticking, Messiah is coming. Look at the wicked, they bout to get punished. You saw the children of Israel. Messiah is dragging us out of this hell. He's sending them players, but he gon' protect us. Michael was standing up, he won't neglect us. He threw us away, but he bout to catch us. Recompense, they getting extra. He made a promise to Abraham. Fulfilling his word, we seeing it now. The place where they serve, I'm taking it down. He about to free everybody that's bound. Why they awaken the wrath for the Father? He sending famines and he sending lava. All but we know that nobody can stop you. They not repenting like you ain't the problem. Look at the tragedy, trust in your word. Waiting on the majesty, keep the command. Make sure he ain't mad at me. He open our eyes, all but we glad to see. He sending floods and fire. Tornadoes and earthquakes is coming alive. You sit in the place where you survive. He saw it fall to Jacob on the ride. We got the most side. 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 Look at the world, look at the tragedy. Keep the command, make sure he ain't mad at me. Look at the world, look at the tragedy. Keep the command, make sure he ain't mad at me. 'Cause we got the most side.